Assalamu alaikum and good morning everyone. Welcome back to your English class. Hope you are all doing well. We are in block 3 in today's class, A Day in the Life of a Washerman. It's a narrative non-fiction by Anu Kumar. Our topic for today's class, using the simple present tense. Our aim for today's class is to describe a person's routine using the simple present tense. Our agenda includes, first we'll have an activity, then we'll read and understand it. After that we'll discuss on the same, and then I'll give you to write. Resources required for today's class are content book page number 27, notebook, and a pencil or a pen. Keywords of our today's class: watchman, grumpy, number 3 prepares, number 4 community. Watchman is a guard who look after the buildings, offices, hospitals, right? A person who look after the buildings or hospitals or your school. That person is known as a watchman who guard it, right? Okay. Next is grumpy. Grumpy is a person with bad tempered. Okay, bad tempered, or sometimes they get irritated, right? Those kind of people are known as grumpy. And then number 3 prepares is nothing but to make. Okay. Next, number 4 community is nothing but group of organization where the people live together, or group of a place where the people live together is known as community. Okay. Let's move towards our activity of today's class. So children, I want you all to pause the video here and do this activity using the simple present tense. First, in the first question, look at the boxes below, underline the verbs in the two columns. Two columns are given here, right? You should have to look at these two boxes and underline the verbs, action words, right? I write my notes. So in this, what is action word? Write. Writing is an action, right? So write is an action. So I will underline here write. Like that, I want you all to find out the action word here in this two different columns. And question number 2, fill in the blanks with the present tense form of the verbs in the brackets to complete the paragraph. So you have to use present tense form of the verbs given here in the brackets, and some of them are given in choice. So you should choose and write. Okay, do it as soon as possible by pausing the video here, everyone. Okay, let's, yeah, I guess you hope you all have done with this. We will go for our next part. We'll discuss on the same activity now. So children, tell me, when do we use simple present tense? When do you use simple present? So here we use simple present tense to describe things we do every day. Whatever the things we do every day, we use simple present tense there. Okay. To describe your daily routine, we use our simple present tense. In today's class, we'll learn about this. Okay. Now tell me, how do we change a sentence from simple past to simple present tense? Yes, we change the verbs to change the sentence from past tense to present tense. This you will understand in our activity explanation. Okay, so everyone, look at this. I guess you boys or girls have done this, right? So let us move towards our revision of activity. We'll have a recall on this activity. What you have to do is here, check your answers whichever you have written before we start our class, and write the right answer. Raghu's day always began early. In this, began is an action word, so underline it. First, he cleaned up his little shack. Cleaned up. Cleaning is also an action, right? So, cleaned up is an action word, so underline it. Then he fed the stray dog. Fed. Fed is also an action word, so underline it. After that, he prepared a small meal for himself. Prepared. It's also an action word. Next, he got onto his bicycle. Got onto. Got onto is also an action word or verb, you can say. Okay, he rode past the tall buildings. Rode is also an action word or verb. Next, we will go for next column now. Raghu's day always begins early. Here it is given begins. First, he cleans up his little shack. Cleans up. Then he feeds a stray dog. Feeds. After that, he prepares a small meal for himself. Prepares. Next, he gets onto his bicycle. Gets onto. He rides past the tall buildings. Rides. So, here you may find differences in between two columns, I guess, right? Is the time of the two paragraph different? If your answer is yes, by pause the video here and answer me by sending a voice note. How is the time of the two paragraphs different? Yes, I will tell you. Yes, yes, the time of the two paragraphs are different here. Here in the first column, the time has been given all about past form. It is given all about what? Past form, right, children? Yeah, you have noticed it, I guess, right? Here in the second column, it is all about present form. We are talking about the present form, right? Present tense. All the words are in present tense, right? So, here, what is past? As I have explained in your bridge course, you know what is past. Past is nothing but the things which have already happened. Which have already happened. Okay, that's your past. Already happened, right? And what's your present? Present which is going on. Which is go, going on is your present, right? Now what you are doing, you are learning through a video. Learning is your present, right? So this is what your past differences between two columns here. Okay, let's go for our next question. Fill in the blanks with the present tense form of the verbs in the brackets to complete the paragraph. Every day when he arrives at the community where he dash customers, where he has customers, he is given third person, so we need to use here has. He first say hello to the watchman. Say is given here. So how can we change this? How can we change this to present form now? By adding yes to the word says. Okay. Then who dash at the gate? Stand. How can we change? For this also we have to add yes. Stands at the gate. The watchman look is given here. For this also we need to add yes, right? Looks. Looks grumpy and hardly greet is given here. So for this also the same rule. We should add yes, greets him. If the watchman uncle is in a bad mood, is the present form. Is in a bad mood, that mean is given here. For this also we need to add yes. That means he haven't, hasn't or hadn't. He hasn't, third person, and we are talking about present form. So hasn't is the right answer. Heard from his family in his village in Bihar. Done. This thing you will understand in a small clip. Okay.
In this grammar lesson, we'll take a look at how we use the present simple tense when talking about daily routines. What is your normal daily routine? Your routine is your normal everyday activities, the things that you usually do on a normal school or work day. How to write about your simple daily routine. 1. Use the present simple tense. Forming the present simple tense is simple. We just use the basic form of the verb. I play. You work. They swim. Remember, if you use the third person singular, he or she or it, you need to add s to the verb. He plays. She jumps. It kicks.
For next summarization of our today's class, I have three questions with me. What did the washerman do? What does he do every day? What do you do every day? Here question mark I didn't put. What did the washerman do? What does he do every day? What do you do every day? So here, see here. What did the washerman do? Here in this, did is given. Did is the past form, right? What does he do every day? Does is a present form. If you find in the question did, then it is given in the past. If you find does in a question, then they are talking about the present. Okay, so what did the washerman do every day? Washerman cleaned up his shack, he fed the stray dog, he prepared meal for the dog, and took his bicycle, rode past the tall building. Clean, fed, prepared, took, rode. Okay, next in the present form we'll write the same. What does he do every day? So washman cleans up his shack, he feeds the stray dog, he prepares a small meal, he takes his bicycle, he rides past the tall building. So it is given in what? Present form. Okay, now what do you do every day? It's also in present form. Do you? It comes do you do, right? Do is present form. Fine. What do you do every day? I take a bath, I fetch some chocolates from my mother, I get ready for school, I help my mother in her works, and everything you can use here, whatever you do every day. Fine. This is what the summarization of our today's class. Hope you all have understood. Thank you. Jazakumullah khaira. Have a good day, everyone.